Wait, we back? And we're back. And we're back. Okay. And we're live. Hello. What? Rubber doggy, you're the one. Dang, that's that Ernie jam right there. All right, we back. We back. And we back. And we back. Yeah. Yeah, you go take a nap. Music. This game came out today at $70, and it's not worth it. What is the Ultra Deluxe?
Stream Elements. Welcome to my channel.
Go!
Stream Elements bot running
What
robot
a
face.
G. All right, so we need to find a new game. New games to play.
Had a lot of people ask me to check this game out over the last little bit. It is just now officially out.
All right, I want to hear what this is. I want to hear what this is.
This is on a journey throughout the game. You gain access to more powerful and complex magic, and you'll have the experience on how to use them. I can't get over how good the graphics already look. Like, this is probably one of the nicest looking PS5 games I've actually seen. All right, read the document on left, middle, or right. I guess we can just do all three.
Out of here.
The parkour seems kind of nice.
Where the fuck are
Uh-oh.
you, Frey? Yeah, there's no point in running.
Seems kind of nice.
Nice little use of the touchpad. All right, let's see.
I don't know. I need a game. Yo, I figured out what car I want. The plan is simple. The plan is simple. Because I feel like this car fits me. Just a wee bit, you know. That's a RS5. Not an RS5, just an S5. Wait a minute, they did a comparison. Yo.
Imagine walking into a dealership and you see these three parked right beside each other.
All right, this is me right here.
What's the first question that comes up in your mind? For me, it would be, which one am I able to afford, and confirm with my wife, of course. Something that most car salespeople hear all the time. When I first decided to review these three, I knew
My mouth's not charging.
in terms of brake horsepower or even price. I did know that they're very different. The Audi A5 being the slowest, the S5 being slightly faster, and the RS5 to be the leader. Of course, with more horsepower and cost almost the same as the other two combined. So I decided to take them for a test drive, one by one. I reached out to my good friend Chris from Audi Brampton if he had them available, and luckily he did. All these three have many things in common. Well, first is that they come from the same brand. They're sportbacks. They have similar cabin space. They have similar technology, and of course depends on the trim you pick.
Everything looks like it's the same except for the engine.
And here's what I learned after driving it. Smooth ride, soft suspension, even in dynamic mode. The transmission is very responsive, the exhaust sound is noticeable, the cabin noise is within the range. Of course, we did our test. The engine will make you smile if you use it in manual mode. I wasn't impressed with the brakes, but that's because I was driving like it was an RS5. If you care very little about power and you just need enough power to overtake a slow Honda, this will do just fine. Comfortable ride, fine seats, and perfect position, I must say.
I like a little bit of power. Not too much power.
And first, I drove it in normal mode to find out the ride quality and, of course, the cabin noise. The ride was slightly stiffer than the A5, about 20%.
Okay.
The cabin noise was very different, slightly higher in the S5.
Wait, you said very different and slightly higher.
I got bored driving it like a grandmother and switched it to dynamic mode. Now this blew my mind completely. What a difference. Stiffer steering by 40%. Engine responsiveness was
about 40%. Where do you get these numbers?
Were under the hood, and they switched the engines and gave me a new one with more horsepower. The suspension system went stiffer by 50%. I don't think you can hold a cup of coffee as a passenger. I switched into manual mode. What a difference. It felt like the transmission was switching gears faster than I could press the pedal shifter. The exhaust sound changed as well. Braking performance was better as well. A huge difference between the A5 to S5.
Okay.
All pumped up and ready to drive the
RS5 me right here
with the top trim. The Beast, the most expensive out of three. I felt like going from a Visa card to an Amex Platinum. Nice interior, although very similar to the S5. Seats felt like a proper track car, yet with a touch of luxury. I first drove it in regular mode, did the cabin noise test. Unlike the A5 versus the S5,
Just a little bit louder.
difference wasn't massive, slightly different.
Was it?
Right
Oh, you said
quality
was
slightly
it?
different than
Was
the
it?
S5,
Okay.
even in normal mode. Then I switched into dynamic mode. The difference wasn't there. From A5 to S5 was like going from McDonald's.
Yeah, this
to a
me right here.
proper burger
Venus
place.
Amore.
Everything
Welcome to
was
my
10
channel.
to 20% different.
Yeah.
That's what you
Not to
want?
the point to make you go,
Yeah,
whoa,
this one.
like I did with the
This
S5.
me.
The exhaust sound was louder, even in normal mode. Brakes were different, almost glued to the ground.
This me. I found it. Because, I started doing my comparisons. I'm like, what do I want? I've watched this one too many times. So I watched the A5, which doesn't really. Which they're all the same. They're all the same car with different engines.
I like it.
So the A5 is literally the same thing. It's the exact same car. Just slower. You know, I just want a little bit more. I just want a little more. I just want a little. That's all. Just. So you can go ahead and bump it up to that S5 right there, and check out this.
Hey, crew.
I don't want to watch a POV drive.
To that 22.
Wait. I've never seen an Audi key with automatic remote start. They don't have one. What? Oh, that's an app. Wait. To start, press the lock 3 times. Oh,
Audi RS5 Sportback. The key.
I never knew that. To start an Audi, to remote start an Audi, you just push the button 3 times. So they all got it? That's crazy.
That 22 Audi RS5 Sportback. We are going to take it for a drive.
It's kinda quiet.
First, let's check out how it looks on the inside and outside. Up front, black Audi's LED matrix headlights with laser-like technology are here with sequential turn signals as well. There's functional ventilation there and at the very edges. This one is painted in Navarra blue metallic, which looks good now, but when the sun hits it, it dazzles.
It
The
dazzles.
black optic package gives us a set of 20-inch wheels in this two-tone design.
Yeah, so this me right here.
Contact 275 section tires, front and rear. Inside are 13.5-inch ventilated front rotors. There are blacked out mirror caps to match the black window trim.
But
Stepping back to the
when
profile, the RS5 Sportback is so clean. Steeply downturned.
no, not the RS. I don't want to look at the RS. Keep trying to show me some RS. Talk to me nice.
We'll then also pop the rear hatch so we could see how much cargo space we're working with, which it is a pretty good alternative to the S4 if you're looking for a little bit more cargo space. We'll then move forward to the rear seats and finally the front seats and kind of just detail all of the equipment and buttons, switches, everything in between. But you're going to want to make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. So I'm going to strap this GoPro to my head. We're going to see what it's like to drive the S5.
All right, talk to me nice.
First things first, let's take a look at the...
All right, I don't want to look at the front. I'm tired of looking at the front.
Here where you're also around your whole main grille. So the whole entire main grille is blacked out. Even the rings and the S5 emblem. Now, this being
nice.
a Plus, we also do have a 360 view camera system. One of those cameras right below the rings. And again, parking sensors found throughout. And some more black gloss elements down below. Nice long sloping hood and a very beautiful almost 8-inch wheels come with very large brakes too for the S5.
Facts.
Some more blacked out elements on the fender continuing into the door with the rest of that element there, as well as your mirror caps and window surrounds. So all gloss black, part of the black optic package. Have an oversized sunroof up top and the shark
nice.
We also get all 4 door handles have the smart key entry. You see the little lock pad right there, and to unlock, put your hand behind the handle. The exterior mirrors have LED turn signal indicators and blind spot warning on them as well.
I think they're also heated
and again, as I said earlier,
and
all
dimming.
4 door handles have that smart key entry.
All right, bro.
Awesome.
You ain't got to show me the door handles.
Take a look back here. We could definitely see the sportback appearance. You can see how it comes down in a nice dip, and we have a full hatchback. So from here to here is the opening for the trunk. We have a nice lip.
Is that the car or the builder behind it?
And just like out up front, we have full LED turn signals back here. With the sequential turn signals, brake lights, and tail lights, all LED powered. We also have our parking sensors that span the rear of the bumper, just like the front, and some nice blacked out quad exhaust tips with some more blacked out elements down here too.
I feel like that's the car.
Audi rings and the S5 badge, again, all blacked out. So lots of elements.
But at the same time, I don't feel like it's the car.
S5 with the black optic package that do come blacked out, so even more than previous years. We also do have the reversing camera and trunk release right up here under the trunk lip. So
definitely not the car.
It's a rather stylish and sporty looking S5 here. What do you guys think about the styling on the S5? Let me know in the comments section.
The styling is crazy.
All right, so once the hood is popped, we can see the 3-liter turbocharged V6 good for 349 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. Underneath all that plastic, promise me there is a nice healthy V6 under that engine cover. Very nicely done under here. All the hoses and everything are
it does look clean.
Nicely. You can see the brace for the structural rigidity under here bolted to the strut towers. And it's just a pretty tidy engine bay. Now, very recently we did a video on an A5 Sportback, which had the 45 TFSI motor, which is a turbocharged 4-cylinder. So if you check my channel and see what that car looked like too under the hood, and see how it drove. The A5, S5, and RS5s, which is
you got the red interior too.
Once you take a look in there, you can see we definitely have a lot more room than its A4, S4 brothers. So, just a little bit more lengthwise.
All right, trunk,
Trunk. Or you
trunk.
And lock the vehicle, or just close the trunk. Just before we hop into the rear seats to check out what that is like, I'd like to show you
it's
the window
60,000.
sticker.
70. Damn.
But
damn.
does it onto the engine just
Bro, get this away from me. Get that away from me.
sounds. These seats, we have the red Napa leather seats for this particular car. Some of
That's
the
tough.
most smooth leather pattern with the
That's tough.
fold down through. You have a button on the top right up near the center headrest, which thing is holders. And all three doing normal, really not too. One in the center is gonna have. And take a look at that. I have a couple inches of legroom, and it's really not.
Okay.
One individual temperature control back here for the rear seat. And
What
two USB
what the heated seats
chargers
at?
and a 12-volt power outlet back here too. We have grab.
Bro, they added everything to this car, but this isn't the right version of this car.
Frameless glass sound. All right, so take a look at the drive. Again, more of that Alcantara, a nice leather S5 for the power folding and heated mirrors. Also powered child locks for the rear as well. You have a trunk release and another speaker on the front. Taking a look at the left of the dash, we have all of our lighting controls. So our fog lights, regular automatic lights, and our gauge dimmer.
Okay, so
Taking a look at the steering column,
they
we
just
have the
put a
release
lot of
here, so it's
expensive
open, close,
material
open.
inside the
We
base
also have
model.
this pretty big storage console. So I actually stuck the owner's manual in there so that you could see how big that is. Slides right in, no problem. It's all felt lined, so pretty large storage console there to the left of the dash. Hood release and pedals are down there too. Nice stainless steel work on the pedals, and then we also have a pretty nice tread plate too, also in stainless steel. And take a look at the front seat. Very nicely done in that red leather. The S badging printed in the seat, and we also have some pretty cool gray stitching. Now, lots of powered options going on here with the seats. So we have this little up and down.
You got
to,
massage seats?
tighten or loosen the side bolsters. We also have this button here to configure our massage settings.
It got
which is pretty
massage?
cool. I think it gives you like 3 to 5 different settings and 3 different intensities for each massage setting.
I ain't
We
gonna
have
never
our
come in the
rest of
house.
The power seat controls, as well as an adjustment
I ain't gonna never come in the
for
house.
the thigh extension. Alright, here's the key fob for the car. We have lock, unlock, trunk release, panic alarm, then these 2 little buttons here that you kind of simultaneously suppress. And the physical key will come out of the bottom in case you need to use that. You also have the cool little S badge on the back of the key.
The remote start.
Push button start is right down here. And you can hear the V6 roar to life. Very nice leather wrapped steering wheel for the S5. We have the nice dimpled leather towards the 2 sides and contrast stitching. And then we have all the buttons. So these are all for our virtual cockpit. And these are sort of all of our media controls and then our heated steering wheel. So we have the voice
The
command,
heated steering
Bluetooth
wheel,
telephone,
too?
and skip
We
between
finna be
tracks for your radio or
out here
different
warm.
songs. Then up and down for the radio volume. We also have paddle shifters to the back of the steering wheel that move with the steering wheel. And a couple of stalks coming off the steering column. This one for the turn signals, automatic high beams, and also to shut off your lane keep assist quickly. And this bottom one for your adaptive cruise control. And this other one is for your wipers. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the virtual cockpit.
Okay, he's gonna
The
go
center
through a
will get
bunch of
little
this
bit
stuff.
more. So you have this
A whole bunch of
scroll
stuff.
fan navigation screen. So
That's
you can have the
cool.
Full screen. Put in destinations from this digital cockpit. And you can also go through your
Okay.
and
No
your
need.
information. Taking a look up at the left, the top of the dash, it's very nice, soft to the touch material, and that brings us down to the MMI screen. So we'll just kind of go through a few different screens here. You can see this is kind of like your home screen. We have a combination of what you have shortening, so distortion, car mode, you can also see vehicle, configure stuff like that, such as doing this. Air vents, and that design kind of continues down towards the passenger way. Here and all of our sync and things like that. You can also adjust the rear climate from up front. Taking a look down here, we have our drive mode select, quick button for that. You can also turn on and off your auto start stop, your traction control, and your parking sensors and parking camera. So quickly pull those up, since it's a pretty advanced parking system. So a couple of different views, 4 cameras all the way around the vehicle. We have a wide angle front view, a regular front, a top down, which we'll place over here with the parking sensors visual, a rear view, wide angle rear view, and then the front and rear wheels. And kind of always you'll have the 360 view right there. We have the engine start stop, a USB inlet, and another 12-volt power outlet. Good space over here to put like pencils and pens or something like that in front of the cup holders. We also have some more storage right in front of the shifter. Again, 8-speed torque converter transmission is the only option available for the S5. You can bring it straight down into drive, and once you have it into drive, you have a couple of different selections from there. I should say a couple of other sporty selections from there. You can put it bump it down like so, which is still in automatic mode, but it's in a sort of sporty transmission mode, so it'll kind of hold the gears a little bit longer for you. Then you can also put it over just into a manual mode. You can shift down here or on the paddle shifters on the steering wheel. And then straight up goes into reverse, and it'll automatically bring up your backup camera and 360 view. And you do have the little P right here for park. You also have the electronic parking brake down here, and a volume knob, and also to change different songs too down here as well. Nice little pouch to put your key.
They don't have. Oh, I was about to say they got it.
Armrest, so as you can see, it'll adjust to the
wireless
height.
charging. They
Again,
gotta have wireless
very
charging.
Soft leather with contrast stitching. You open that up, you see we have wireless charging, USB Type-C charger, and a little skinny storage there too. So you have some nice carbon fiber on the passenger area. The line you have.
All right. Okay. I
As you
don't
can
care about none of this. I don't care about none of this.
On the 2023 Drive.
All right.
All right. Let's see what the drive like.
Acceleration clip and get it through some back roads, and then we're gonna switch back to comfort to kind of test out the comfort of the suspension, see how daily drivable it actually is, which I can tell you is very daily drivable. I've driven a few of these S5s before. It's just a very comfortable car for the week commutes, and a pretty fun car on the back roads for the weekends. So
a pretty fun car on the weekends.
Take it down and get a turning circle test. For those of you who live in the city or close by the city, or in and out of the urban environments often, turning circle is probably pretty important to you. Getting in and out of parking spaces and things like that. So let's see how
not
it
really.
goes here. After the turning circle test, we'll kind of get it out onto more of a main road, hopefully 45, 50 miles an hour, something like that. And we'll see what the noise levels and things like comfort levels and things like that are at those speeds. So yeah, pretty good turning radius too. So
Okay.
pretty usable in the city.
Okay. Every car
Parking and
turn.
things like that. Now, even though it's in comfort mode, the exhaust gives out a pretty nice sound. I have to say, it's a little bit of a deeper sound with this particular car with the Sport Resonator than some of the other cars with just the normal Sport exhaust.
The Sport Resonator. Is that just a fancy term for the microphone?
It's got a nice low grumbly noise to it. And that's with the exhaust valves closed. So turn the lane keep assist on. Let's see what we can do here with the lanes. Now active, it's green.
No, don't do
As you
that.
can see, the car will just sort of gently steer you back into your lane, and
No, don't do that right
save
there,
the
cuz.
sound because you're not crossing over lanes or anything like that. It's also a pretty gentle system. It doesn't really jerk you around or anything like that. Just kind of gently says, "Hey, you're outside your lane.
no.
Let me help you with that. I'll steer you back in."
No, that ain't it right there.
You put it there.
At least right there with that car.
But now that we're up at 45 to 50 miles an hour, it's very quiet in here. We do have some pretty big wheels. small sidewalls, so there is a little bit of road noise, and a little bit of noise from the cars coming opposition to me because of the frameless glass, but that's to be expected. But it is definitely a bit quieter in here than I expected it to be. So that is good. Alright, at this point, we're gonna drop it down into dynamic.
Dynamic mode.
And you can hear it already. You know, the revs at idle go up just a tad to get you ready for launch, and it's just ready to go. And as soon as this Jeep gets out of our way, we can do our little acceleration test. So I'm gonna get the car up to 25 miles an hour and then just kind of punch it and see how fast the transmission reacts, and also how fast we can get it up to 60.
The speed limit is 25. You're gonna punch it at 25? That's crazy.
So that's a pretty fast sprint to 60 for the S5, you know, 349 horsepower, 359, 360.
He literally just did 70 in a 25.
So yeah,
on camera.
Quick sprint to 60, you know, the transmission does a pretty good job
Bro, you
of
crazy.
switching up pretty fast, and the engine, you know, just takes right over. The turbocharger spools up very quickly, and we're out of here. See, once it switched, I believe, from second into third, you know, the third gear is really where it kind of takes over, and these cars just really eat up the highway. Super good on the highway with acceleration, pickup times, and all that good stuff. But now that we have it around some turns and corners, really good steering with that dynamic steering. I really adore that. That is one option box that I would need to tick if I were to buy an S5. You know, just take a look at how effortlessly you have to turn the wheel to get the car to go in such far direction in either way.
Yeah, you're doing 50 in the 25.
We also, the S Sport package also adds the sport rear differential, which is very nice, as well as the adaptive dampening. So
I want to see him get pulled over.
Feel the suspension stiffen up when you put it in dynamic mode, which is pretty neat. And of course, it calms down a bit once you put it back into comfort or automatic mode. Also, the steering firms up quite a bit too. Now, we have a little bit of a corner going up on here. The tires aren't very warm, so we're not gonna go crazy around the corner, but we'll at least get a good idea of what it feels like in the corners.
Punch it.
Yeah, it just effortlessly takes the corners. Virtually, you know, not a whole lot of body roll at all. You know, no push from the front end. Just a really nice handling car. Lots of fun to come out of the corners with. But when our fun is over, we'll switch back to comfort mode, where we have a pretty ugly stretch of road here. As you can see, it's all patchwork and things like that, which makes it a pretty uneven road. Definitely needs some care, but that's good for us because here we are testing out the suspension, and it is pretty comfortable. You know, again, as I said before, we have pretty large wheels and pretty small sidewalls on the tire, which usually makes up for a pretty uncomfortable ride. But I could definitely say there's a huge difference in ride between dynamic and comfort modes. You know, this is kind of taking the bumps by like a champ right now, whereas before, you know, it was pretty stiff. Pretty big difference in the weight of the steering too. It's a lot lighter steering right now than it was before in dynamic mode. So yeah, pretty noticeable differences between the driving modes here. One more thing I'd like to mention is the seats. So again, massage on the S5 is standard, even if you get the base trim. It's just standard equipment on this car. which is very nice to see. You can also get cooled seats too as part of the warm weather package, but this has the nice napa leather seats. Plenty of range of adjustability on this car too. So we have the lumbar support, which is 4-way, the side support, which is in and out, and also the thigh extenders was in and out, which is a pretty good thing for me at least, because I know if I go on a long trip.
Surprising a single mom with a free car. Cool. I don't have any game plans. Actually, let's play Control. Turn ray tracing on. I don't remember how to play. Controls. Shoot, aim, melee. Q. Okay. I have no idea how far into this game I am. What? We need to. Use the token in the jukebox. Actually, we tried that and died. Actually, let's go to the jukebox. Where's the jukebox? The jukebox is here somewhere. I don't remember the jukebox. Is it over here? No, it's not back here. Not over there either. I don't remember what a jukebox is.
I need the containment protocols for every altered item or object.
I fly again? Oh, I can't fly in here without. We gotta find this jukebox. The jukebox is down here somewhere.
Employees before, but this is too much. We need to do better.
I can't believe we just let a hiss stroll in here.
Hey, cuz, where the jukebox at? Yeah. Oh, this is my brother.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please.
Dylan.
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place.
Too bad I am now.
I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee, and it stayed that way. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted. And none of it was again. We were...
Wait, I think I watched all this before.
Maybe that's for the...
Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes. White pearls get yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror of the inverted.
Shut up. That's how you stink. Gee, where the thing at?
Find anything interesting?
Is it in here with her? No, ain't no door in here, right?
Head of communications, the hiss he was changed into showed up in containment, near the turntable.
I'll take care of it.
That thing's not getting away.
Biological and behavioral distinctions between different hiss-corrupted individuals is truly... I wonder...
Okay, I got a new mission. All right, I don't need none of that.
Don't let me hold you up.
Are we gonna play COD again?
When?
Good luck out there.
Friday?
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act.
Yeah, we can.
It was a distress call. Things and drowning men. The hunger
Here it is.
investigation sector.
I would say Thursday, but I open Friday. So yeah, let's play Friday. We still gotta do Among Us too.
Oh, this hard.
Oh wait, doesn't Harry Potter come out tomorrow?
No, it come out February 10th.
Oh, I knew it was a payday, couldn't remember the 25th or 10th, lol. Burn. Okay, wait. Burn his corrupted material. Oh, I shot it off the building. Oh, damn. Wait a minute now. Damn. All right, I got this. I got this. And it don't matter how many times you die, you still keep losing on your stuff. Oh no. Oh no, it's one of those. Oh no, I forgot about those guys. I forgot about those guys. All right, we can do this.
The hell? Oh, damn. No way. I only need to do 3 of them. Come on. Dang. What level was this game on, man? Is it hard? It's no hard mode or something? Dang, this is crazy. Wait. Options. What? I got assist mode off. You feel me? We gotta get past this. Can't see nobody. Run. I think that's one right there. Oh yeah, we did that. I don't remember what else I had to do. Oh, what the hell? Who over here? Oh, who's shooting? Damn, what the? Oh, I switched my gun back. I forgot to switch my guns. Controls. F. F. Oh, get out of there. Run, run. There it is right there. Grab me some health real quick.
Man, no lie. If I didn't change that setting, I would have been stuck over there still trying to do the first one. What up, G?
Mr. Green. Welcome to my channel. Yo, what's up, G?
What up, G?
How's it going?
Oh, I threw the ball back at him. Oh, shit. What's up, G? How was your day, G? Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I got 4 minutes to do the last mission. I'm not gonna make it.
My day was really good. Helped the store director pull items forward to look presentable. Talked with a couple of buddies. Got a really good hug. What about you, bro? How was your day?
I barely slept. Work went by fast, and then I ate chili, and now I'm playing a game. Oh man, I'm not gonna make it. I don't think I ever been to the other one. I've done all these individually, but I haven't done them all together. I got 3 minutes to do the last one. And that one just took me 6 minutes. And I just died. What the fuck?
Dang,
Wait.
why did you barely sleep?
I just don't really sleep much anymore. Yeah, I'm good.
You doing all right, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh man. I found what car I want. Bro, there's so many stuff. Bro, so many things to do.
You sure? And what car is that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make this. This sucks. Wait. Damn it. Yeah, the time don't stop. The time don't stop, keep going. Don't stop, keep going, don't stop, keep going, don't stop, keep going. I think I got it. I'm gonna try it over. I can get it this time. I got this. It's an Audi.
What car did you find you wanted?
It's an Audi S. I died already? An Audi S5. Hatchback, not the coupe. Yeah, I need to do this one first. This is the hard one. Just the audio.
2017 Audi S5M. Asterisk.
18 and up. Player injury recovery, another 60%.
What bad ya choose that? It looks really nice.
I just like it. That's literally like how I make all my. I'm like, I like it.
Had asterisk.
I gotta get rid of him.
Kenyon Lee. Welcome to my channel. Sup lil gangsta.
What up, G? What is the other one at? There's two more. I gotta go find. I did that one. You and this little gangster. This is one right here.
LOL, you knew I was coming. LOL, I like your new name. Face with tears of joy. Face with tears of joy. Face with tears of joy.
Like my new name. That's your new name. Do I have to keep going up? I'm gonna assume I gotta keep going up. Yep. Damn, they already here? That's crazy. Bro, he's still throwing stuff.
I gave you so many nicknames I've lost count.
I don't even remember them all. What's your nickname? Mr. Lee. And that's a weak ass name. Weak ass nickname. You gotta have a real nickname. What a Lee. Yeah, what a Lee.
So I may try and get an SUV.
That's Alyssa's plan.
General Lee face with tears of joy. It's Lil Green time rolling on the floor laughing face with tears of joy.
Bro, die, what the hell?
Oh nah, why I gotta be the lil one face with tears of joy.
You are the youngest. Where your homie at? Bro, how you get all the way over there?
Cause you are faced with tears of joy. I am the youngest, that is true, lol.
Bro, how you get all the way over here, bro? I'm chasing you. How you chasing me, chase you? Bro, you making this hard. Just die already. Don't run. Don't run from it now. Wave 2. Wave 2, I'm gonna start up here.
Also, I'm surprised you're playing this, lol.
Let's go. I still haven't finished it yet. Bro, what the? Oh, this is like a wave. It's a wave.
Movie night still on for tomorrow.
At least for now, yeah. I don't have any other plans for it. Actually, I don't even think this is part of the story. This is just a side mission.
Who's choosing the movie? Tomorrow we can watch The Ghost of Frenzic face with tears of joy.
Bet if it's a ghost on the screen, I won't be watching it. Yeah. Come back.
Guess I gotta choose the movie since I'm anxious for movie night.
Oh, wait a minute now. That ain't it. Who else left? All right, the first two took 15 minutes. God.
The movie is called Green's Last Dance, Face with Tears of Joy.
Funny movie or action movie or drama? Pick your poison.
Sounds like a bomb movie, Face with Tears of Joy. Drama, Face with Tears of Joy. I picked comedy. Death. Welcome to my channel. I saw a fish floating upside down in water I wanted to swim in.
That's crazy. Wait, I hear it. I don't know where it's at though.
Would you watch Uncle P? I've seen Uncle P.
I don't know what that is.
Did you like it, Kenyon?
Where is it?
Yes, it was good. The movies I wanna watch they scary and somebody don't like scary movies.
It ain't my fault. Hey, you know you can watch movies on your own. You can watch scary movies on your own. Alyssa do it all the time. All right, we got 6 minutes to do this last. Last time we only had 3 minutes to try to do it. And this is one of the shorter ones, I think.
I want you to watch a scary movie so I scare you, grinning face with sweat. I'm being honest here.
Where the last one at? All right, we got 4 minutes to find this last one. We did the first two in 2 minutes. Wait, it gotta be up here, right? Who's shooting? You gotta be in here. I can't mess with y'all. I gotta find this last. The last time they were all in the same spot. What the hell? No, I got two. No,
Wait, this might be good because then I might have a chance to
this might be good because there might be a chance that they're all in the same spot again. There's a chance that they're all in the same spot and I can finish it in 2 minutes. There's no way. That's crazy. No. All right, there's 1, 2.
Searching for a movie.
No way. I give up. Yo, Jordan, what's up, Joe? Damn, how long ago was that? That's crazy. Damn, we almost had it. Well, we gone. All right, we need to we gotta do this. Wait. He's a containment turntable. Oh, we got a new fit? No.
LOL, you'll still be my friend even after I said I wanted to scare you while watching a scare movie by yourself. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
You still watching it by yourself? I think This one puts us closest to it. Damn, what was this?
You watching it with me face with tears of joy. Stop being so scary.
You literally watching it by yourself.
If you my number one streamer, you can't be scary rolling on the floor laughing face with tears of joy.
I guess I ain't number one. Wait, how I get over there? Wait, it's an elevator over here somewhere. Damn. Yeah. Or the last one at? Oh, there's one.
Here come some movies. Had to restart my phone. I think I seen a police chase or something on the freeway.
That sounds fun.
I seen like 8 cop car sirens drive on the freeway close by.
Locate his.
The last letter.
Wait, that's that weird thing down there, right?
The SCN.
The season. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Locate his corrupted homicide. There's literally nothing. Wait. I'm here in the turntable.
Officer Frenzic chasing somebody tonight, trying to pull somebody over.
Where do I find Mr.? God, I've been all over this place and now I'm confused. Damn. Alright, so I'm right here. He went over to A1, which is oh, wow. Did I really just not go far enough in? I really just didn't go far enough in.
There you are.
Oh shit. Run. Oh damn, what the? Yo, chill.
The first Noel. Perfectly single.
I guess the Bureau should start looking for a head of communications.
The first Noel, the angel did sing. What's a sharp and poor shepherd uses daily in in the cold winter's night that was so deep.
listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality. Thank you for staying up with us.
I feel like I fought him before.
Tyler's Perry's acrimony.
You naming a lot of stuff. Bro, who is that? There was no one else down there.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows.
I'm real picky when it comes to movies.
Me too. How do I know which? I don't know how I know if I don't know how to tell if
I took care of the Tomasi problem.
if the missions that I'm doing is
Sorry, I just... I should get going.
Don't let me hold you up.
okay. I think she is all side missions. So that means that this has to be. Wait, how do I know what's? Wait, how do I know which missions are part of the main story? This? But how do I? Use surge. Kill enemies with the service weapon in surge mode. Shatters. I don't even have surge. I don't have surge mode. How do I get surge mode? I don't know. We did a couple missions, did whatever. Oh, this me right here. Look. Ooh, daily dose of internet. Oh, we seen them already. S5.
When I think of the perfect grown-up, compact luxury sports sedan, the Audi S4 quickly comes to mind. This model has been in Audi's North American lineup for a few decades. However, for those of you who have wanted an S4 but crave something in a sportier, sleeker, and more practical hatchback body style, there's now the S5 Sportback. The company introduced this model to America back in 2018, and about 2 years ago, they gave the S5 Sportback some pretty significant changes, including new styling in the front and rear, and an upgraded interior with better tech. So as you can see, this week, the company has loaned me this beautiful 2022 S5 Sportback, painted in this lovely shade of turbo blue. This spec with the black optics package is probably something that I would consider buying for myself. And just like the S4, we have all the usual specs. A 3-liter turbo V6 offering up about 350 horsepower under the hood, standard quattro all-wheel drive, and impressive performance. Audi says this thing will sprint to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. So if you guys have been craving a near-perfect luxury compact sports sedan with more of a grown-up flair, how does the latest 2022 S5 Sportback stack up? Stay tuned to find out. Now, because this is an Audi S5, I want to start off by showing you guys what's underneath the hood. Now, Audi didn't make any changes to this model when they refreshed it and didn't really need changes. However, a few years ago, they switched out from a supercharged V6 to a turbocharged V6.
You know what? I'm gonna
make a Discord channel called Audi lineup. You should be pretty familiar with this engine. It's sandwiched between an Audi A5 and an Audi RS5, and this is the company's signature 3-liter turbocharged direct injection V6. It's got a single twin-scroll turbocharger, and it makes 349 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. This is about 100 more horsepower versus what you're going to get in the Audi A5, but around 100 less horsepower than what you're going to get in the Audi RS5. It all goes out through an 8-speed torque converter ZF automatic, and of course this is an Audi. It comes standard with the company's quattro all-wheel drive system. My tester also has the sport package that rolls in a sport rear differential, so it has a limited slip rear differential. Fuel economy is actually not too bad because this has the 48-volt mild hybrid system, and it gets 21 in the city and 30 on the highway. That of course is running on premium gas. Don't even dare think about putting regular gas in this this vehicle. And as this one sits, it weighs in at just over 4,000 pounds. Despite the additional heft, Audi says this model should sprint to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, and you'll reach a top speed of around 155 miles an hour. But let's go ahead and close the hood.
I'll put
and show you guys
a
the
channel
rest
on
of this
Discord.
vehicle,
Just put all your
in
movie
this
topic,
particular shade,
movie ideas
turbo
in there.
blue, with the black
and then tomorrow
optics
we'll go
package.
through
I have
them.
to say, when Audi dropped off this vehicle at my house, I couldn't stop staring at it because it's such a beautiful car. Even though it's been on the market for a few years now, Audi made some pretty tasteful upgrades to this vehicle back in 2020.
The Betrayal
I especially
2
love
Revenge.
the black optics package. You can see the Audi single frame grille is right in the front and center of this vehicle. The black optics package blacks out the grille and the surround instead of the satin silver chrome that you get on the regular S5. You can see there's an S5 badge here along with the 4 Audi rings. I'm surprised
Also,
to see
all
that
these
the
movies
badges
gotta
are
be
not
new to
black
you.
as well. Audi does offer like a black rings package. However, I didn't see it on the S5. You may have to
Somebody
have
scratched
on
it.
as a dealer accessory. You can see the headlights got a pretty significant overhaul in 2020. These are the Matrix design full LED headlights with laser light technology. You can see you have an LED dynamic turn signal and daytime running
Every
lights.
movie that we
LED
watch
low and high
has
beam.
to be new to
And these
everyone that
headlights
watches.
certainly look good. Down here, you may think these are fog lights, but those are actually the sensors for the adaptive cruise control, the front collision assist, and you can see this area here also has some nice blacked out accents, and there's a functional vent there that allows for an air curtain to form over the front wheels. But looking at the rest of the vehicle from this angle, you can see it has a nice low and wide stance. And now, surprisingly, the S5 the Sportback body style of this vehicle, I haven't had a chance to actually drive it yet, but at around 187 inches in overall length, it's about 2 inches longer versus the two-door version of this car. It's about an inch shorter versus the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe, this car's main competitor. Technically, Mercedes doesn't have a competitor to this car, and right now the C43 is taking a break while the company launches a new generation.
All right,
the wheelbase is
Everything
around
I just
111
named, I've
inches
never
long,
seen it.
so it's a good
All right,
sized
put it
vehicle,
in the,
and the S5
put 'em
also
all
is
in
slightly lower by
the
about
Discord
half an
channel.
inch. Now, looking at the wheels, you can see
it's
my
a
tester with
movie
the black
ideas
optics
channel.
package
It's called Movie
includes these
Ideas.
gorgeous 19-inch wheels. They look a lot better versus the 19s that you get on the S4 with the similar black optics package. You can see 265/30 R20 tires. My tester Audi has fitted with Pirelli Soto Zero winter tires. Typically you'll get either all seasons or a summer performance tire. However, this model here has the winters because it was in the middle of winter earlier in PA, but now it's starting to warm up, which is nice. Now you can see here there is an S5 badge. This is not a functional vent. It looks like a vent. I would have preferred to see this blacked out. The black optics package also blacks out the mirrors. Typically, you'll find the satin silver mirrors on an Audi S product. The roof, you can see a panoramic style sunroof is going to be standard. You can see it allows basically for the front to get some air.
It's not
and
a
in the rear,
panoramic.
I would have preferred if they painted
It's just
this black
oversized.
to kind of match the black look on the roof. But you can see the chrome trim around the window has been blacked out with the black optics package, which looks good. And you can see right here, this is where the S5 really shines. It looks a lot more interesting versus an S4, which I had a chance to test out last year. The brakes on this vehicle, I forgot to mention also, 14-inch rotors almost at the front, 13-inch rotors at the back. You have a 4-piston design at the front, which is going to give it very incredible stopping power. Now, looking at the rear, you can see the taillights were also refreshed. You have the same dynamic LED taillight, which is kind of like a taillight that does kind of the same Matrix design dance. It'll actually do a little bit of a sequence dance when you start this vehicle up and turn it on and off. You can see there's also an S5 badge here with the Audi rings, and I really would like to see them black out those rings along with the exhaust, the signature quad exhaust that Audis are known for. Those are actually real exhausts. They're not fake like you might find on something like the SQ5. This has the turbo V6, so let's go ahead and fire it up so you can hear how that engine sounds.
Why does it sound like he's doing it wrong?
And the engine does have a low rev limiter, but it does make a really nice sound, so I'm really pleased to hear that. Opening up the trunk area, this is one of the reasons why you're going to get the S5 Sportback over an S4, because you get around 22 cubic feet of space with the second row seats or with the back seats folded up. You can see it's a very usable trunk, pretty similar to the last 4 Series Grand Coupe. However, by the numbers, Audi says this has 10 more cubic feet versus the 4 Series Grand Coupe, so I think BMW's numbers may be a little bit off. If you fold down those rear seats, it expands out to about 35 25 cubic feet of space, which is not exactly like compact SUV territory, but it is far more usable versus the Audi S4 sedan, which offers maybe like 12 cubic feet of space. If you lift this up, you can see there is a temporary spare tire here, so you don't have to deal with a fixed flat kit. Moving on to the interior of the 2022 Audi S5, I want to first show you guys the key fob for the car. You can see this is the current Audi key. It reminds you that it's an S5 by the S badge on the back of the key fob. This is their intelligent access key. You should be also able to access this car through the Audi Connect app, where you can also lock and unlock it, remote start the vehicle. There is no remote start on the fob, but you can see here the door handles are pretty traditional. There's an area where you can touch that. That'll lock the door. You can see the mirrors. Also, you can
I did just look at it.
Out. And then when you touch the back of the handle, that unlocks the door for you when you have the key on you. Now, my tester's turbo blue is complemented by this rotor gray,
hit your lock button 3 times,
fine Napa
you can
leather interior.
remote start.
Color certainly looks good, although I would have liked to see Audi offer something like a white interior. They don't offer that currently, at least in the US. You can take your pick between either like a cognac, a black interior, and they do offer a red on certain colors. However, this fine Napa leather interior doesn't allow you the option to get cooled seats. My tester has heated seats. It also has like a 16-way power adjustable seat with a massage function. It offers 3 different levels of massage. That's very unique in this segment. However, this split seat, which by the way, it looks fantastic. The headrest isn't adjustable, but these bolsters are. If you want the cooled seats, you're going to lose the look of the sports seat. It'll divert to a more traditional looking seat, which has an adjustable headrest. So I don't like how Audi kind of limits you there. But the door panel, you can see, does have some pretty nice materials. This is a soft touch injection molded plastic. Would have preferred if this was stitched. I love the carbon fiber. I love the Alcantara. I love the padded stitched leather over here. The window controls have that typical high quality Audi feel. Down here, this is a hard touch plastic, although it feels a little bit more rubberized. It feels a little bit nicer than what you'd find in something like a segment below this vehicle. But overall, you can see the cabin looks good. Let me get inside the car. It does have obviously that low step-in height because this is a sedan. But once you get in and shut the door has that typical German solid sounding thunk, so that all adds to the impression of quality. Now, Audi puts the start-stop button right here. It doesn't actually get blocked by the steering wheel, which is nice. And you can hear this vehicle sounds good right at initial startup, and the tech in this car, Audi upgraded it 2 years ago. You have, of course, their digital cockpit display, which looks really good. Virtual cockpit is actually what they call it. Volkswagen calls it digital cockpit. But you can see this is a 12.3-inch display. It also allows you to customize it where you can put the GPS, you can put Google Earth there, or Google Map there, which again, looks really great. You can also change the view here. You can also change this layout out to 3 different styles. This 10.1-inch display here also was upgraded back in 2020. It adds wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's a touchscreen now, which is great. I love the widescreen layout. However, I believe some competitors are going to offer a larger screen, but Audi's system still looks good with the 12-inch screen here, the 10-inch screen here, which is nice. This is quick and snappy and responsive, although as you can see when you first start it up, it's a little bit on the slower side. You can also put the GPS over here in the center display. You can see Google Earth either here or whatever combination you'd like. This is still one of the best in the industry, although Audi just doesn't offer the largest screens anymore. I imagine that's something they are working on for the next generation infotainment system. Now you can see there's one continuous style to the vent over here, although this area here, it doesn't actually open up. You can see there's your usual vents over here. Nice carbon fiber trim. The dashboard has a soft touch injection molded plastic. My tester being the Prestige model also has the heads up display, which is nice. The Bang & Olufsen 3D sound system is one of the best that I've heard. Definitely sounds better than the last BMW with its Harman Kardon system. And you can see you've got dual zone climate control here, 3-level heated seats. The buttons have that really high quality tactile feel. This is where the cooled seat would be if my tester had it. I think at this price it should have that feature. You have buttons over here for the stability control, your parallel parking sensors. You can turn the screen off. You can adjust your drive mode selector, which by the way, there's 4 of them. There's comfort, automatic, dynamic, and individual, where you can kind of customize that to your liking. I love how this is all laid out. It's all very nice. You have a little bit more storage here, a USB-C or USB-A charging port. Lots of piano black plastic here, which the pre-refresh model didn't have that. So this is going to attract more fingerprints and dust, although it does resist it better versus some other materials that I've seen. More carbon fiber. This is where the old Audi MMI system was, where you could control a rotary knob. They got rid of that, obviously, so now they gave you a little bit of storage here, which is nice. Put the vehicle into reverse. You can see there's your full top-down 360 camera. It offers that automatic parallel parking, like I mentioned before. You can also do different views, where you can do like a curb view, you can do a rear curb view, You can do a front view. You can also do a 360 top-down view, which is nice. So this is all what I expect in a vehicle like this. And the camera quality is great. The shifter right here is electronic. You push this trigger here, kick it back to go to drive, push it forward to go into reverse, and then push the P button to go to park. There is an electronic parking brake over here, more carbon fiber with a little bit more storage here. This is probably the perfect area to put where you could put your key fob for the vehicle. This right here slides forward and back. The center console is a little bit shallow. There is a wireless phone charging pad here. There's a little bit more storage stuff over here, which is fine, but it doesn't actually cover up completely. So if you're wanting to hide stuff, you have to kind of shove it into the back. The seats, you can see, I mentioned earlier, are comfortable and supportive. Just wish they were cooled. The massage function, let me show you guys that really quick. If I push the button here on the seat, on the driver or passenger seat, you can see there's 3: wave, knead, and stretch. 3 different intensities. It doesn't work as well as the last Audi S8 where it offered like 8 different massage functions, but it is definitely unique. I might give that massage feature up to get the cooled seats, so that's something to keep in mind if you guys prefer ventilated seats. The steering wheel is a heated wheel. The button is right here on the steering wheel itself. The wheel itself also is nice looking. It's got a nice 9-3 grip. It is a manual
all over the place.
tilt and telescoping adjustment, which includes paddle shifters on the wheel, volume controls, not a flat bottom design, but I think you get that in the RS5 version of this car. The horn sounds good. It's pretty appropriate considering the size of this vehicle. And then you can see here the glove box is big. It's a bin style. It's stamped and it's lined with felt. You can see over here there is adjustable LED lighting in this car. There's also ambient lighting in this vehicle where you can kind of adjust that via right here on the screen, where you can go to lights and visibility. It'll show you all of your usual themes, and you can also go to an individual or link into the drive mode, which at night it looks pretty nice. Not quite as nice as the last BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe because there's no LED lighting on the actual dash, just along the door panels and in the footwells. And then above me here you can see there is a panoramic glass style sunroof.
It's not
much larger
panoramic
versus the S4. Something to keep in mind, but I kind of wish
it's
the
not
Audi had
panoramic. It's just
the backseat of
oversized.
this vehicle, but it's still better versus the S4. You can see there is a power retractable shade for those of you who want to block out the sun, but overall the cabin feels really high tech. It also feels roomy in here, which is nice, but you also get that kind of cozier driver focused feel, and it will impress most of you, and it's also relatively easy to use, which is not something that I can say about some of the latest Mercedes products. Checking out the back seat, you can see this is going to be far more practical versus the S5 Coupe. However, for those of you who are thinking this is really roomy, Audi says there's around 35 inches of legroom back here. Now, 35 is pretty much on the smaller end. It's about the same size as the last 4 Series Grand Coupe, which that vehicle wasn't exactly roomy either. The roofline here does slope down, so let me go ahead and get back here and show you guys what it's like. Now, I'm 5'7", and I did have to duck my head because of this right here. That does eat up your space, but once I get back here,
everybody got to duck their
you can
head.
see the space is cozy. I mean, there's a large hump over here, and there's good foot space underneath here, but these front seats definitely eat up into the space. This is where I have the seat to drive, so this isn't a ton of room. You do get features at least like rear seat air vents, your own set of climate control, so it's a tri-zone climate control. You have 3-level heated rear seats, 2 USB-C or A charging ports, a 12-volt power outlet, and then the materials back here are the same as the front: soft touch, carbon fiber, aluminum, real leather stitching, which is nice. The seat also has an armrest here that folds down and gives you 2 cup holders, which pop out in an interesting way. Also a little bit of storage in there, although that doesn't actually latch on there, which is interesting. Nice and padded, and if you need to put a child seat back here, the anchors are really easy to find. These seats, remember, they fold down in a 60/40 way, and then there's also LED lighting back here with a decent amount of headroom. So the headroom is fine, the legroom is a little bit tight. You do have 2 storage pockets, which is nice, but overall it's more practical versus the 2-door version of this car, but it's about the same as its competitors as well. So when I think of the perfect grown-up luxury sports sedan, this vehicle is probably the car that I picture the most. I mean, if electric vehicles didn't exist, I would seriously consider owning something exactly like
you
this.
put them in
when Audi
did
dropped
you
this
put them in
car
the
off in
right
Turbo
spot?
Blue,
Yeah, you did.
my jaw dropped with the sport package, with the black optics package. It is a head turner. So now that we're out driving the vehicle, this is the S5, so it fits in the middle of the Audi lineup. And Audi says with its 349 horsepower V6, it can sprint to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. Now, I actually have never had a chance to test this vehicle out with my 0 to 60 timer. So now that we have it, we have this car, we have a decent day. It's about 54 degrees outside. The car is on Pirelli Soto Zero summer or winter tires, but it's got the 8-speed auto. It's in dynamic mode right now. It's got launch control, I believe. So let's go ahead and try it. Stability control, just put it into a sport mode here, and then floor the brake and the accelerator. Oh! Wow. No drama, and I just got 4.3 seconds. Those crafty Germans are always super conservative, and that doesn't surprise me. I mean, this car, when you let the boost build up with the Quattro all-wheel drive, with the 8-speed ZF torque converter automatic, it definitely has effective performance. This will smoke a lot of sports cars out there. And it also has a pretty nice sound. This has that 3-liter V6 with the sport-tuned exhaust. I mean, there's very little reason why you'd want to buy the RS5. Now, granted, I do always enjoy more performance, and the RS5 has an extra 100 horsepower over this. It also costs 20 grand more. But this is really, really good. I'm actually impressed with that 0 to 660 performance figure, but let's go ahead and try it one more time.
Nothing scary either. I can name a lot of scary movies though. Face with Tears of Joy, Face with Tears of Joy, Face with Tears of Joy. My favorite, The Sandman.
Oh my God. 4.49 seconds. So this is with it going slightly uphill versus over there it's more on level road. That is fantastic. I have no complaints with that 0 to 60 time. That is great. I will say, however, you need to let the boost build up, because if you try to floor this car from a stop and you don't let the revs build up, it does feel a little bit slow at times. Not necessarily slow, but it takes a second for it to get its thoughts together because of the turbo lag. Although this is a twin scroll turbo, it is a fantastic driving car. And with the sport package, put your foot down here. Oh, this car just grips the road. My Tester also has the dynamic steering. So the steering has been quickened a little bit. It has a little bit more feedback. Audis have always had a little bit more of a nose-heavy front end, or nose-heavy feel. This car certainly feels good. The steering could use a little more feedback, but it has a nice heft to it. The steering, the response of it is good. The sport suspension that my Tester has also feels good. It's got the sport differential, so it'll give you kind of like a feel of a limited slip diff. This Quattro system can send up to 85% of the power to the rear wheels to give you more of that rear wheel drive feel. But really what you just get is a feeling of confidence.
Yeah, you can watch all that scary stuff by
stable,
yourself.
stiff feeling chassis. You get great visibility, you get seats that hold you in place. You essentially feel like you get the whole package. If you guys are coming out of something like a GTI, a Golf R, a Subaru WRX, a Honda Civic Si, you're gonna want something like this because of just how premium it feels. It has that luxury premium feel, but you don't necessarily give up on the sport, and that's something that you have had to give up on, is like the total package when you buy a vehicle that doesn't have a luxury brand name. But when you get something like this, when you spend this kind of money, you get essentially everything. But let's put our foot down here. Definitely doesn't give me that tail out shenanigans that I get out of like a BMW. But what you just get is grip, grip, grip. It's got this smooth, responsive 8-speed auto. I have it in sport mode right now, and it's still a really easy car to daily. Put my foot down here. Listen to that sound. Oh, it sounds good. That sounds really good. I like the noise this thing makes. It's a little bit muted, but I think it's just the right amount of noise considering the mission of this car. It's not muted, supposed to be like a WRX STI.
It's just
That's the reason why you got rid of that car, because it just got too
even
boomy,
though it's
it got
muted.
too drony, it got too unrefined and a little juvenile. This has that feel that I'm looking for. Oh, there we go. It let this back step out a little bit.
LOL, the crooked man face with tears of joy. It's scary. The boogeyman face with tears of joy.
A smidge before it kind of cuts to the power. That's how you feel.
Yeah, you can watch
the rear drive dynamics that this car gives you with that Quattro all-wheel drive, the sport differential. Fantastic. I love the way this drives. It's so good. It's so balanced. It's so comfortable also, even in dynamic mode. You can also change the drive mode to comfort or individual or automatic. We'll go into comfort mode here, and I'll show you guys the differences. The exhaust gets a little bit quieter in comfort mode, and this thing just reminds you it's a luxury sedan. In this mode, you can daily drive this vehicle on a long road trip. It'll get decent gas mileage also. 2130 mpg is actually a little bit better than the BMW version of this car, the M440i, just a smidge better. They're practically the same. In my week's worth of testing, I've averaged around 19 miles to the gallon in mostly city. On the highway, this thing got 32 mpg. 32 mpg in something like this is really good considering the performance that it gives you, the balance, the luxury, the comfort, and I'm also sitting here getting a massage. That's the one thing this car does have, is it has that massaging seat function. It does only offer 3 different modes. It's not quite as good as the last you know, Audi S8 that I drove. But you can't even get this feature on the BMW nor the Mercedes, although Mercedes is technically taking
Freddy
a break
vs.
right now
Jason.
from this segment because they are launching the new C-Class. I will be driving that vehicle in May of this year, so be sure to stay tuned for my full review on that. But overall, I'm finding very little faults with this car. In fact, I mean, yes, the screen's not as big as I'd expect.
That's how you know I watch scary movies. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Yeah, you can continue to watch them. What am I looking for? I'm not looking for a coupe.
It's your bedtime.
I like the Audi better.
So we're gonna get our acceleration here. E-boost. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing a 2023 BMW M440i xDrive Coupe. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the BMW of Pleasant Grove, Utah, for giving me some time with this 4 Series. Something that I love about the BMW of Pleasant Grove is they do not charge any markups over MSRP whatsoever. So if you want a great deal on a new BMW, I'll put a link to their website in the description down below where you can check out their current inventory. If you have any questions, make sure to ask for Brendan. He'd love to help you out. With that being said, let's get right into the video.
When you look at the movie's LMK,
under the hood,
when
we have a
you narrow it
turbocharged
down to
3-liter
3 and we'll
inline
go
6
from
goes
there.
to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It's also paired to a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Fuel economy is
45.
22 around town, 31 on the highway with power outputs being 382 horsepower at 5,800 RPMs, and then 369 pound-feet of torque at 1,800 RPMs. And I love the overall display of the engine. Looks cool. Now let's go over the front end of the 4 Series. So first off, we have these really distinctive lines on the hood, and I definitely think it just makes this look a whole lot crazier overall. I love the new BMW logo. Look at the style on that. And then coming down below, you can see here for the daytime running lights and with the LED headlights, again, super distinctive to BMW styling. And then notice this trim piece here is all blacked out. There's a parking sensor integrated into that. And then we have BMW's new larger kidney front grille. Got a camera there in the center. Parking sensors on either side. And overall, pretty cool looking. Coming around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 225/40/19 in the front and in the rear as well. And notice how the wheels are all blacked out, which contrasts very nicely on this particular car. Now, if we take a closer look, you can see again with that new stylized BMW, the trunk, and then we've got the M colors there, the bottom. Power fold in. They also have blind spot monitoring. And then, before we go over the front seats, we've got a little latch here that I can pull, and that'll move the front seat forward automatically. Now, we do have back seats here in the 4 Series. I'm not going to cram myself back in the 4 Series.
Oh, that's the
so
coupe.
notice here with the stitching, and then perforated there in the center portion. All of our power adjustments here on the side, and of course we got another like M decal.
Have you heard of the Lemon Squad? They're a company that does pre-sale inspections for the consumers when you're buying a car from a dealership or private individual. We decided to put them to the test and have them come out and do an inspection of one of our own vehicles that we know has issues. Curiosity can get the best of us, and I want to point out that this is not a sponsored video by Lemon Squad. My mechanic here at the store, Rich, was doing a pre-sale inspection on this 2005 Lamborghini Gallardo. Some people want to purchase it, and they wanted him to go through this thing like a fine-tooth comb to make sure that they were spending $110,000 on a good car. So with a quick Google search of looking for pre-sale inspections, there's nothing out there. There's only just articles that I found except for the Lemon Squad. So let's put them to the test. As you can see behind me, Lemon Squad has shown up to do the inspection on this unit. Now, what you don't know about this unit and what they don't know about this unit is this vehicle has actually got a bad transmission on it. So when you run the codes on this transmission, it pulls up the P068 pressure low indicator code, which basically means that the chain is slipping on the transmission and it's going to go into limp mode. Now, as I said, we have a brand new transmission here. As you can see, this is a Nissan transmission, genuine part with all those codes on it. It was built 2/11/22, and you can see that there we go. We have the transmission. I guess it does say remanufactured, but it's coming straight from Nissan. Regardless, we're not doing something off of eBay or a junkyard transmission or anything like that. And it's going to be really interesting to see if they find this issue. Now, he is going to drive it, so I have had it go into limp mode where it will not drive, but I've also had this vehicle go and drive perfectly fine. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what he says. So here's what's really interesting about the whole Lemon Squad thing. Less than 18 hours ago, I put in the order, and I did it after 5 p.m. intentionally just to see what's happening. So here we are before 11 a.m. and they have already showed up, and check this out right here. You can see the timestamp on there, 18 hours ago, and right here they are checking out the car. Pretty impressive to start. And there he goes. I missed it, but he's out driving it. And in my opinion, with him driving it like that, he's not going to find the transmission issue. So this is a true testament to the Lemon Squad. I want to know if they can find this issue. So obviously we know that CVT transmissions over 100,000 miles and anything Nissan is detrimental. So again, we bought this car correct so we can put the new transmission into it and make it a very good bulletproof car, because now we know that this vehicle's got at least another 100,000 miles on it for the next customer. Is he going to find the issue with the transmission or not? What's your guess?
I don't know. I haven't driven that car to see how it shifts and all that type of stuff.
What's your guess? Is he gonna find it or not? Throw it down in the comments section. All right, we got the Lemon Squad report back. I've already read it. I want to share it with you as well, but I thought that I want to show you this right here. I want to share with you a couple things, because it is screwy with Nissans. When we have this triangle over here, it means multiple things. Now, of course, I can clear this out and the door is closed, and when I close the door, you can see that the triangle stays on. And the Lemon Squad report does show that the triangle being on in a picture that is there, and I think that's very important to know when it comes time of what I'm about to show you. I have this cheap little reader here that somebody had given to me, and when we read the codes, you can see that we get a P1778 code on there, and that's really interesting. And you can Google that code and see what it says, but I like to use the Altel device because this gets into more detail, and this allows me to pretty much do anything that any mechanic shop out there or any manufacturer does as well. And when you see the Altel device that goes into this extreme detail, you can see the P0868 code which basically means that the transmission is trash. So now let's go in and let me show you the actual Lemon Squad report on this Nissan Murano. All right, so here is the Lemon Squad report on our 2014 Nissan Murano. And I've got to tell you, first and foremost, they gave us like 104 pictures. See this up here? 104 pictures, which is impressive.
Zoom out.
You got to remember that they did this in regards to a made-up person wanting to buy this car out of state to inspect it to see if it's a good or not good car, right? Is that a good way to say it? So this is very, very good. Now, I'm very detail-oriented in my pictures on my website, but they did some really awesome pictures, I think, on this as well. And then they come down here with the summary, and basically you can pause it and read it, but in a nutshell, something I didn't know about, but you got to remember, we did this prior to doing our 172-point inspection, because when I was taking pictures of this car, I noticed the transmission issue and the light. I called my friends over at Mr. Transmission, and they came over and said, hey, there's this death code on it. And that's when I learned that, oh, I didn't even need Mr. Transmission to come over here. They wasted their time, but they're good friends of mine, and they've done work for me in the past. And they taught me something. So now I can just pull out my Altel device, put it on there, and if it's got the P0868 code on there, then I know I need a new transmission, right? So, but they did state in here, right here, that the engine was overfilled, so the oil was. So that's pretty impressive. None of the buttons on the key fob work, which is accurate. I believe my Altel device will allow me to program those, because we're going to do that as well. And only one fob starts the car. So very good detail oriented that they did ask me for both the cars. So here's the really tricky thing. The engine had plenty of power and there's no misfires or smoking. The transmission worked as designed. What do you think?
I mean, I laugh because you've had at least one time you've driven it, it worked just fine. But then the next time you drove it, it was slipping or something.
It just wasn't moving. Like I literally,
oh yeah, you had
literally
a lack of power.
Yeah, I literally floored it onto the parking lot, and I said to Rich, "This is floored." He's like, "That's floored." So that's when we called Mr. Transmission and found out. So, but they go over, and as you saw earlier in the video, they did drive the car down the road and back, which is very good. There's no visible leaks found underside of the vehicle. I hooked up my scan tool and found no current or pending codes. Now, this is why I showed you what I showed you. This is a cheap Amazon $10, $15, $20 scan tool. I don't even know. Someone gave it to me for free. And this little scan tool here said that they found no codes stored. What does it say? I hooked up my scan tool. The computer system found no current or pending codes. So maybe their scan tool doesn't find anything. I really like this, that they did go over and really find detail of everything of this car. They told you what the body seals were like. They told you what scratches were on the car. And they also told you, which is very good, that they said that, hey, the scratches are not going to show up in pictures. So, which I thought was really good. Underside shows areas of surface rust. See pictures. Surface rust was normal, so no big deal there. The headlights are worn and foggy due to oxidation. So they did go over everything and really go into great detail. And when there was an issue, they put a little triangle next to it and told you what it was. They even get into detail of cigarette use, unusual odors, which is really key when you're doing out-of-state transactions, if the floor mats were present, all of that stuff. Air filter, which we change air filter, engine oil filter, cabin air filter with all of our 172-point inspections. So, and then the key fob. So they did a really good job. But do you think Lemon Squad actually stands behind their inspections?
I would hope so.
I mean, they don't say about it online anywhere that I saw or that I read, and I didn't have any interaction with this inspector. Is this really a qualified person to inspect? Does this guy have ASC certification background? Do they just hire?
Lots of words.
Right? We call them and ask. So what do you think it is? Do they stand behind it or do they not?
Said I hope they do.
I'm getting your answer. I'm getting your answer. So yes, they do is the answer.
No, I said I hope they do.
No, we need a definite answer.
I can't give definite.
You can't get. I'm gonna say no. What do you guys think? Let it down in the comment section because I'm gonna call them right now.
Hey, Sam, I help you?
Hey, I had a couple quick questions. I was looking at your guys' website, and I'm looking at buying a car out of state, and I think I only have one question really. If you guys do an inspection on a car
and I purchased that car based off your inspection. Is there any type of warranties that come with your inspections that, 30 days down the road I get it and the transmission falls out, or anything like that, engine blows up?
We don't. There's no warranty on our service.
Okay, so you just inspect the car, tell me what it is, and it allows me to make a decision.
Correct.
Awesome. That's what I needed to know. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Boom, you were wrong.
I said
Boom, you were
No,
wrong.
that was a yes. You said that it did.
Whatever.
So
Boom, you
there
were
you
wrong.
have it straight from the Lemon Squad
You were
customer
wrong.
service number, that they do not stand behind it. But I think this is the biggest thing to remember. This is not a video that turned out to bash Lemon Squad. I think their service is very good, and it can be used, especially if you're in California and you want to buy a car.
Well, it's the big show. What's this? Okay. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Let's do this one. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. Mr. Revoke is out. And until the next time that you see me, peace, love, and as always, stay frenzy, my friends.